But maybe one of the reasons why Taylor Swift has been so just kind of annoyingly liberal over the last couple of years is that she's not yet married and she doesn't have children.
The GOP MAGA view of women is pretty simple. You are a vessel for their seed, and you should be lucky if this grotesque, fat-ankled skin tag should force himself on you.
You can do anything.
Whatever you want.
Grab him by the pussy.
You think I'm being sarcastic? Trump actually denied assaulting a woman based on this. She wasn't the type he would assault.
And again, when you say type, you just refer to looking at photos. So you mean physically she's not your type?
Physically, she's not my type. And
now the latest example of GOP think is Taylor Swift, a tremendously successful philanthropic artist who, as an aside, is beautiful and is now engaged to a handsome football star. And under normal conditions, their story would resonate with Republicans, regardless of her politics. But these are not normal times. You see, Taylor Swift made the mistake of having a mind and empathy for those who have not enjoyed her kind of success. And when she spoke her mind, well, Trump and his band of incels flipped.
Has anyone noticed that since I said I hate Taylor Swift, she's no longer hot? It's unclear what prompted the latest ire from the president, as the singer has not spoken about Trump since publicly endorsing Democratic nominee Kamala Harris for president in September. Days after the singer endorsed Harris in an Instagram post after the general election debate, Trump took to his Truth Social to declare, quote, "I hate Taylor Swift." Trump's opinion of the global superstar seemed to sour in 2018 after Taylor urged the voters of Tennessee to vote against Republican Marsha Blackburn in the midterms.
So the big news today is Swift and Kelsey are engaged, and the both of them are in every metric a normal person might use, two very sweet people. So of course that means the MAGA incel boys are all hot and bothered. Now under certain conditions, I get it. A celebrity takes a political stand and they're fair game. Their politics anyway. But the MAGA boys can't argue politics because their politics are deeply embedded in their views on women.
It is the embodiment of the downfall of the American family. I think it's so gross. I think it's so just nauseating where this wife is wearing you'll show it, wearing the American hat. She's coming in with her sweet husband who probably works his tail off to make sure that she can go, and have a nice life and provides for the family. And then she lies to him saying, oh, yeah, I'm going to vote for Trump. And then she votes for Kamala Harris.
This is Charlie Kirk, a pimply-faced, pustulant sore on the face of masculinity. His idea of strength is not the Atticus Finch kind, but more like the bully, poking fun at women and minorities, attacking what he views as vulnerable and weak. Let's go back a few months where Kirk and his little Trump cuckolds attacked Taylor Swift after her endorsement of Kamala Harris.
I have to be honest. I don't like Taylor Swift at all. And
most guys don't.
Well, isn't that the real topic, right?
But that's kind of the real topic. And I feel as if she's being forced upon our culture, like it's this Taylor Swift colonizing effort. I'm not a Taylor Swift fan. She's a narcissist. I don't think that she's very talented.
She's nasty. She's ugly. Nobody likes her.
Nobody likes her.
She looks like a teenage boy. Like dudes don't like her.
No.
Like if you put her in front of she's ugly.
That's true. Yeah. Does Taylor Swift have any eggs left?
I don't know if she had to start with.
No, you mean like bitter, angry women, and that's like Taylor Swift.
Like librarian, like your worst teacher you had, feminism. That's Taylor Swift feminism. If I got dragged to one Taylor Swift concert, I will never go back. I was in the very back. It was awful. It was all women and gays. That was it.
Now, as sad as that is and was, the news that Swift and Kelsey are engaged somehow triggered his little pud, and he put on his misogynistic panties and went on the attack.
She doesn't quite have an attachment to the conservative backbone that she was raised in, but this might reattach her in the best possible way. And I'm not saying this sarcastically. I've seen this happen time and time again. When people start to get married and have children, it starts to change your politics. It starts to clarify your worldview. And for Taylor Swift, who obviously is very popular and incredibly supported, Taylor Swift might go from a cat lady to a J.D. Vance supporter. And I think we should celebrate that.
Wow, there's so much to unpack there. But my first question is this. Where does all this hate come from? Do these guys really believe that a single woman is a failure? Well, ask J.D. Vance.
We're effectively run in this country via the Democrats, via our corporate oligarchs, by a bunch of childless cat ladies who are miserable at their own lives and the choices that they've made, and so they want to make the rest of the country miserable too.
The idea that Swift is only complete as a person because she's going to marry a football player who then must demand she stop her life and make babies and stay at home is short-sighted at best. I mean, if that's what she wants, that's up to her, not this adolescent fuckstick whose idea of the world is stuck somewhere in the past between Charlie McCarthy and the Flintstones.
I think that Taylor Swift having 2 or 3 children, she should have more children than she has houses. That is my challenge, Taylor Swift. And I'm not being sarcastic. I think that if she ends up having children, she'll stop this kind of liberal endorsing Joe Biden nonsense. And we want Taylor Swift on Team America. We want you to leave the island of the wokies.
The island of the wokies? In other words, end her empathetic self and begin to hate like Charlie and his breed. Their vision of America is one where we all look alike, all worship together, and most importantly, know our place.
If you don't like our religion, then we don't want you in our country.
I mean, he agrees with that 100%. Kirk believes women belong not just in the kitchen, but back in the 1950s.
Well, it's sort of traditional, I guess. They say a woman's place is in the home, and I suppose as long as she's in the home, she might as well be in the kitchen.
And we would welcome you with open arms. One of the reasons why so many people on the right have been just skeptical or at least a little bit negative on Taylor Swift is, up until this point, that's not a great role model for young women, to wait all the way until you're 35 and just put your career first. We just talked about this with Katie Miller. However, there's a great chance to change that. It's a great chance for Taylor Swift now to get married and have a ton of children. You can certainly afford it, Taylor. And Taylor Swift has been all, through America and the ups and the downs. And if you feel that violent shaking in your home, that is the earthquake of the pop culture. If you hear that high-pitched scream, those are the young ladies on your block screaming. And honestly, Pfizer pays well, baby. I mean, Pfizer pays the bills. That is quite a ring, Mr. Kelsey. I'm impressed. I got to be honest. We don't know exactly how much Pfizer paid you to peddle that product, but boy, you brought in the Benjamins, sir.
Charlie Kirk is referring to Kelsey's work promoting vaccines, which saved millions of lives but didn't fit in with MAGA's ignorant, narrow, folksy death march. And an aside, Trump's failure to react to the pandemic probably cost as many as 500,000 Americans their lives.
I wanted to always play it down. I still like playing it down.
And Kirk doesn't only have it in for women, but black Americans as well.
And the Civil Rights Act, though, let's be clear, created a beast, and that beast has now turned into an anti-white weapon. This topic would have been even more forbidden 4 or 5 years ago, but it's now becoming in more and more mainstream circles.
I'm not sure why there is a Charlie Kirk in the world. He's a bigoted misogynist who still uses Clearasil. The Republican Party I used to know would have never allowed his ascent under their red banner. But today, well, it's pretty obvious why.
This isn't their Republican Party anymore!
Charlie Kirk is an American and is entitled to his opinion of Taylor Swift. And as long as he kisses MAGA's ass, he'll have a show. But I have a little advice for Charlie and his opinions. If Travis is around, I'd keep him to myself.
Goddamn right.
It's sitting on my desk.
Who are you talking to? I could be a stupid person.
Trump admitted he knew Epstein for 15 years.
Are you still talking about Jeffrey Epstein?
Do you have no shame?
I'm sorry, ma'am.
It's not fair. Are you not entertained?
Jeffrey Epstein?
They don't know what the they're doing.
I don't want to talk about this stuff.
Am I wrong?
Yes.
TikTok.
You're in a lot of trouble, Donnie.
I think he's crazy.
I'm Chip Franklin.